Welcome to our Monday night team call. Shout out to you guys. Like, I see you. I'm like going through the chat here, or the participants. Like, shout out to you guys that are on live to move your business forward. I see you. I am taking notice because it's being on live is just a way different energy than watching a recording. Like, so it's like camo night here. So I'm super excited about our call tonight to like really get some stuff done. It could not have been planned better by me. I'm just kidding. I didn't really plan it on purpose this way, but I love that it worked out this way, that it's launch day and we're doing a power hour. So anyways, let's get into some much deserved recognition, and then I'll pass it over to Chelsea. Okay, so I love that every month starts like this. Every month starts like this with a totally blank board. Everybody starts at zero. Like it is an even playing field across the network. So everybody's at zero. There have been some signups today, but everybody's back office says zero. So we know that there's lots of different ways to help people get started on their journey, and this is challenge packs are the silver platter and just one of the ways, but it's a measurable goal to move your business forward. I don't have the June board updated because it's super effing delayed, like 3 days, and it's across the network. So I will have that update to shout you guys out that really crushed the end of your month. You will get recognized. I'm just going to do it in the team page tomorrow. So I apologize, but I didn't feel like it was necessary to do double the work for like, it's not updated. So I want to recognize you guys for what you actually earned. So it should be updated by tomorrow. Here are our team-wide current ranks for the week. We call it paid ranks. So something like, just to explain this, like my lifetime rank is 7-star, but this past week I was a paid 5-star. So everything fluctuates week to week. So I love getting to recognize where everybody's at right now in their business, because there are ebbs and flows, but you have like a roller coaster. No one's going to die unless you get off in the middle of the ride, right? So you have to ride those out and be willing to get your highs back and do the work to get there. So congratulations to everybody that is on the board. If you want help pushing to the next space or spot, whatever, reach out to your upline and let them know. Top team volume producers. So this is really cool. It's like actually Emmy's spouse account that was the highest this week. So her husband, way to go, Steven, was our top team volume producer with 279 TV. And then Casey, Tara, Shannon, and Brittany also were our other top TV team volume defined below producers. So way to go, guys. And then I recognize my personally sponsored coaches for team cycle bonus. I can't see the whole downlines, but Danielle was our top residual income top earner. Never mind, you know what I'm saying. For the week, last week on Thursday for payday. So shout out to you, girl. Way to always, Danielle always shows up. She's super consistent, and it shows in her paychecks. That's residual income. Team cycle bonus only is accounted for in that. Shout out. And my announcements did not download, so I am going to get to this, but I want to make sure I hit my announcements really quick. That was my bad. So Morning Meltdown 100 packs are live today for coaches and new coach signups. Kathy had 2 coach signups today, and Cynthia's had 1, so way to go. And so put in the chat, I want every single person to put in the chat what you snagged for Morning Meltdown. Did I get my, I just didn't download it. So put in the chat what you snagged for Morning Meltdown. I snagged the accessory bundle. Can't wait for my B100 book to get here. It's going to be super cool. Doesn't matter what you got. And I posted in the team page the like a calendar to follow that another coach did in our leader group. So that's super fun. And the next window for clients will open up on July 16th. So that's pretty sweet. To have like 2 waves, you guys are going to see that volume boost. If you click the volume tab, you should already see that like some of your volume is like, it's not inflated, it's just like bigger than, because it's a launch. It's freaking cool, and you get to benefit from everybody rocking it out. So I did one of the mini meltdown workouts today, and it was super fun. And it was hard. We have 19 new coaches added this week. Way to go. Summit is next week. And I'm thinking I might do something from the core, which is the shop at Summit, for the swag of the month, but I haven't quite decided just yet, so stay tuned. And in the team page, last announcement, there is a daily Morning Meltdown 100 challenge for you coaches. So it's just for coaches, just on FlexForce, and people who participate every single time you participate in the morning post and the afternoon or the nighttime check-in. The nighttime check-in will be vital. It will be posting a picture of your tracker, actually. When you do that, and oh my God, every comment gets you an entry into the next 2 weeks into earning a new pair of Nikes. So I thought it was really fun. There's different, you'll see the different morning posts have a suggestion, like a reflection piece for you, and it can be posting material. Like use that as like when you reflect on it, like it's not necessarily made, that's not the purpose necessarily, but it will be really good social media content. Does that make sense? So I'm really excited. So another reason to make sure your notifications are on in the team page for that, because it will be every single day that's posted, because I scheduled them, so they're all coming. Okay, so that's enough from me. I am going to turn it over to Chelsea, and I'm super excited. Chelsea always has like these great, hacks, I guess, for lack of a better word, just like a different flair on doing things. Like I learn things from her all the time. So I was like, hey, will you run this power hour? And she has so much knowledge to share with everybody, and just like little things that will go a long way. So if you didn't see in the team page, I posted, she's amazing, and made this a Monday through Sunday, because this should not start on a Thursday. I know why they did it, but it just still is like, my brain is like, no, thank you. I feel like I was going to say something else about that, but I'm super pumped to match it with launch day, and it's fitting. She's our newest diamond on the team, and yeah, I'm going to turn it over to you, Chelsea. And, oh, this is what I was going to say. Put any song requests. I'm playing Chelsea's DJ tonight for in between work time. She's going to explain some things, like the tasks, and then she's going to turn it over, and you're actually going to work. And so put song requests, please, in the chat. What I was going to say is power hours, they're called that, but it's not something you have to do. Like we're going to do this right now in one sitting, but in real life, like day-to-day life, it does not need to be something that you do all in one sitting. This can totally be broken up all throughout your day. This is how I worked for 3+ years. This is how Danielle works. Like power pockets are, if you put it all together, you're going to get a power hour. So anyways, just keep that in mind. That's enough out of me. I'm not going to mute myself because I'm going to play DJ, but I'm going to unmute Chelsea and give you the spotlight. Take it away, girl.
Hey, everybody. So I hope you've seen Rachel's post and you have this in front of you, okay? And there's a good reason for this. We're not just going to go down the line tonight, okay? There's a reason for my madness. So have it in front of you, and we're going to get started, all right? So I will be reading, because just a heads up, and I'll probably say this at the end, I actually have this completely like ready to send to you guys, because it's basically a checklist format on how to do what we're doing tonight if you ever need to look back at this, okay? So I will, at the end of tonight, link my Google Docs to this and what I'm going off of. So that should help you as well. So this business is really simple. I know you've heard that. I know that we can get zoned in on things to make it difficult, but it's actually very simple. And it needs to be very organized, in which I think that we can all say that Rachel helps us stay organized in our business and shares a ton of wealth and information that we're able to accomplish that. So take notes tonight, but most importantly, do the work, okay? You can accomplish this in 1 hour or less a day if you stay focused. I personally am more of a 3 hour or under person, but I have nap times right now. My kids are really good at taking naps, so that's usually what I use. So that's just how that ended up. But okay, so let's get started. First, like I said at the beginning, we are not going to work down the list, and I'll show you as we go along why and where to go to. So let's start at the very top though, and I mean at the very top. Let's talk about the National Wake Up Call. Who in here, put in the chat, who listened to the National Wake Up Call this morning? So, haven't had a chance yet, yeah. Okay, Rachel Bolton, not me. Okay, I can say I do listen to the National Wake Up Call. I do hit the recordings, but you guys, like, that's a power of information that you're getting from usually somebody on another team that is willing to hop on a call and share what's working for them. And a huge shout out to Rachel Baldwin. I don't know if she said this or not, but guess who gets to be on the National Wake Up Call right after Summit, which is the hugest call in my opinion. Our coach, Rachel Baldwin. So you guys do not miss that one, by golly. But so make sure you're listening to that every week. If anything, use it as your personal development to keep you motivated in this business, okay? If you don't know, does everybody know where to listen to the National Wake Up Call at? Does everybody know that? Anybody? You can talk like in the chat if you want to. Yes. If not, there you go. Okay. The next one is team calls. So do you make these a priority every week, or are you just hopping on randomly when you think, oh, I'm not busy that night, so I can make that one? I'm going to share a little tidbit about this evening with you, and so this is going to wipe out excuses real quick. Not only was I asked to lead this call, I was asked by my husband 30 minutes prior to go pick him up from a tractor, bring him home, take my 2 kids to put him in the tractor and move hay, because right now we are farming and that is important. But I also made this a priority, and he knows that it's a priority for me too. Okay? You have to make it a priority for yourself. Nobody else is going to do that with you, and nobody's going to recognize that for you. Team calls are important. It's important to have this community, you guys, to uplift each other when you get tons of no's a day, that you can come together and say, I got tons of no's too, right? That's important. So make sure this is on a priority list. The only thing I will say about team calls is, right before we get started on your power hour, the next 2 things are be proof of the product. If you're on this team call right now and you have not been proof of the product, and you usually don't work out in the evening, you need to hop off this call and you need to go do that, okay? That is number 1 priority. All right, so make sure you know your why. We're going straight down for right now, but make sure you know your why. And I say this with coming from somewhere where I was taught that a why had to be a certain way, okay? It has to drive you when you feel like nobody wants to follow what you're doing, okay? This is something that you have to not feel like you have to impress somebody else with. This has to drive you. I don't care if it's finances. If you just want to make extra money, let that drive you, right? If you just want something of your own, that's what drives me. I love this because I get to call it mine. As a mom, as somebody who does hair for a living, I'm constantly working on somebody else. And the passion that I have for this business is because I get to do it my way. That drives me. I don't mind saying it out loud, and your why should drive you too, and you should be able to say it out loud and let it drive you as far as you want to go and let it take you there. Okay, so make sure you find that why. If you have to pray about it, if you have to think about it, and you have to stew about it, find it. Because there are going to be days that you're not going to know why you're doing this, and you have this written down, and you should have it in multiple places, and it's going to bring you right back to where you are now, and you're going to keep pushing. So the last thing on the top is my target market. So this is something that I really actually just recently dug into. I think it's something that a lot of calls that Rachel has been on, or had people talk for other calls here, that after watching them, I've really found my why and my target market and who I'm trying to reach. You want to figure out like what your posts are. How do I want to say this? Let me just read it. It made a lot more sense. I'm going to post this call, and some of you have already seen it, but if you haven't seen it, you need to watch it to figure out your target market and also how you are posting to attract that target market. Example, I was just posting about workouts and motivation, like probably 4 weeks ago. Like literally, I was just posting workouts and motivation. You guys, I'm more than workouts and motivation. You're more than workouts and motivation. If I went to your Instagram, right, like it should show you, not just your workouts and motivational quotes. And so I'm going to put this link here, and this is a team call that we just had recently, but it's a very important that you watch this. And my girls on my team are on this call, and they will tell you that this call changed the way they do things and the way that they're attracting people. It's very, very important. Go to that link, copy that link, put it in your notes right now, and watch it. Started making sure that my pictures have at least 2. Yes, Whitney, that's exactly what she told me today. She said when she's posting, she's making sure that it has at least 2 traits of who she is, and those traits aren't always fitness and Shakeology, right? So watch it, you'll understand what I mean. So, all right. I'm really nervous, you guys. Like, you're going to laugh at me, but I'm very honest and open. I just, like, messaged my girls and said I was about to puke. So you're lucky I haven't yet. Okay, so let's do the be the proof of the product. Workout and Shakeology or the performance line, whatever you guys are using. If you have not done these, like I said today, get out of the call. You should not be on here if you haven't done this, and here's why. We are here to help others, but we first have to help ourselves. This should always be priority number 1. You can't have something to post about or grow and move your business forward if you aren't doing what the business requires of you, which is to be a proof of the product. Okay? Also, what are you showing on your stories, and how are you showing consistency if you aren't doing this? I know it's like, we've heard this over and over again, but are you doing it? You can't just hear it. That doesn't move your business forward. Everybody says, how do you get to this rank, and how do you just keep growing? You show up every day. People aren't going to want to come to somebody who isn't showing up every day, because guess what? They're having problems with themselves. Consistency. If they showed up every day, they wouldn't need you. Okay? So you've got to be the person that they're coming to, and why they want to change. They want to be like you. Okay? All right. Getting there. All right, personal development. Who can relate to this? I'm going to be honest, and this is where I struggle the most. I do not like reading nonfiction books. Who relates? Put it in the chat. Some of our top coaches are saying yes. Now, out of you guys going, yep, who does it anyways? Yeah. You guys, there are going to be things in this business that aren't your favorite. It's called, and this is actually from a personal development book, it's called Eat That Frog. You do it anyways. If you have to do it first thing in the morning and get it out of the way, you do it, because that is what's going to motivate you to keep going throughout the day. I know it's hard. I don't like it. I don't. I can honestly say that I would I would rather pick up any fiction book than pick up personal development or nonfiction. But I do it anyways. You should see my stack. I do it anyways because I was told from the get-go that this changes your business. I know that the majority of you on here are gonna say, I don't do that. And you don't wanna do that, but you should be doing it, okay? And here's a link. So there's no excuses. Hang on just a second. I'm gonna send you a link that is actually part of our team. I don't know if some of you knew this was here, but no excuses now. Order a dang book, okay? Whole list of them right there. All right, so after we have been proof of the product, right, and you drank your Shakeology, you've done your workout and all that, you are going to see this list. I want you to find contribute to your challenge group on here. Either a running one or you are a part of Rachel's. You should be posting in that group. If you have people in that group, they should see you posting in there, unless you're running your own. Okay? I choose to do this after, and I'm doing this in order how I do this, you guys. I choose to do this after I work out, after I drink my Shakeology, after I have my personal development. And here is why. What greater things do you have to talk about in this business and to help motivate people in their journey than those three things? You do those three things first, you should not have a problem posting in a challenge group after that, okay? All right, so everybody's done that for the day. Can we move on? Let's move on to do social media post, all right? Always do your work to be able to continue this each day. Meaning post to have more traction and comments for tomorrow before you get your stuff done from yesterday. So what I'm saying is, before you start looking at people that have liked and commented on the post that you did the day before, you need to be posting for today. Because if you're taking more time to focus on what you did yesterday than what you're doing today, your business is not moving forward. It's staying stagnant. Okay? So try really hard to not look at all the comments and the likes until you have posted one good social media post. Okay, here's another tip. If you guys, I know you've heard this before too, but I'm just going to reiterate it because I've learned a lot. So I'm going to type in this app. It is free. I know Rachel uses another one. Rachel, you can put it in the comments too if you want. Those are game changers, you guys. You don't schedule, like they don't post for you. I think that's like a paid option, but you can schedule a reminder and you can see how it lays out with Instagram. So, you know, like in that call I told you about above, she goes into like different things you should be posting about throughout the week. You can look back and day 7 ago, right? Like say Sunday, you posted about, like for me, I do like Monday, I do mom life /kids. Tuesday, I do Transformation Tuesday always. I always have a transformation of myself once a week. You need to show progress. Wednesday, I do Fitness and Faith. Thursday, I do business and I go live on IGTV. Actually, I go live on Facebook and then I upload it to IGTV as a Rachel tip. Friday, I do hair salon stuff. Saturday, I do family and farm. And Sunday, I do family and faith. See how they intertwine with each other? So when you look back on the plan or the Planoly or whatever that's called, you should be able to see what you need to be posting next. And you can write the whole post out. You can save hashtags. You can copy it directly to Instagram. I have these laid out for a whole week. You guys, and you can make it look how you want to. You know where you should be posting and how you should be posting. You're consistent. That just goes back to that word, consistency. You guys need to go through and do what I just basically told you. Like, you need to know, like, Monday, what is your go-to post roughly, Tuesday, all the way through Sunday. You need to know kind of where you're going with your posts, because it's going to showcase who you are. If I don't get it done in the morning before the craziness starts, it's not done until maybe late at night. Yep, same here. That's why I schedule my posts. Mine usually go up about 7:30 every morning. I need to get that organized for sure. And also the app, and I had to do some Google searching for this, but the Lightroom app, I know a lot of you have heard it, but I had to Google search how you go to Etsy. You purchase filters, okay? They're cheap. It's not that big of a deal. And then you save them to the Lightroom app as a preset. And what happens is any picture you take, you can go to that exact preset. It makes it look similar. Very simple. But do Google instructions so you make sure you're not wasting your money on Etsy and not knowing how to get it done, okay? It's not that hard. I like step by step. So everybody done their posts? Yes, okay. Let's talk about Instagram stories. Find that on here. This is very simple. So this is where I struggle. I'll be completely honest. I am kind of all over the place. I feel like Instagram stories, it's easy to get all over the place on your stories. And sorry, my phone in the background's ringing. It's just gonna ring. Try to make your stories relate to the pic you posted that day. So if I posted a farm pic, I should be relating some of my stories to the farm, right? Not all of them, but some of them, so people understand that, oh, okay, she is a farmer's wife. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? But I also do workout clips every day. I use the app Unfold because to me, it keeps me on track. Everybody knows when they go into my stories every single day, I do a workout. It looks similar. I can put it in there and I can track what I want to put in there. So I always do like 6 different workout moves, 2 per page. Like it's exactly the same every single day. Use the app Unfold. You use Unfold for your workouts? Yes, I do. I start out, I have a story, like right in the Unfold story, and the first one is always pre-workout. The second, third, fourth is always a workout, like my workout moves, and the 5th is always superfoods. Yeah, I do that because I feel like when people want to come to me and they have I told Rachel this the other day. They say when I invite, they're like, what are you inviting me to? I'm like, if you have not checked out my stories and you've been following me, like I do this every single day. There is no reason you should be asking me what I But yes, I do use Unfold. So you guys need to do that. If you need something to like keep you focused on what you're putting in there, especially like that gap, I would recommend Unfold. It's free. You can purchase in-app purchases like everything else. But all right, let's get to the meat and grind of this because you guys are getting ready to work and Rachel's just dying to be the DJ. Okay, we're going to invite. I'm going to talk a little bit about inviting, and you are going to invite. Okay, so first of all, you're going to create 1 to 2 scripts. And the reason I'm going to tell you this is I was just talking to my girls today about this. 1 script is for people you have already invited. Okay, you can call them follow-ups, whatever. People that might not have responded to you. Okay, you're going to do that. If there is somebody that has liked on your post and you have messaged them and they still haven't responded, you're still inviting them tonight. Okay, that's 1 script. The second script is a new follower or somebody that you haven't spoken with yet. So 2 scripts. And let me see if I can get, I was gonna post in here mine for the day. So if you guys want something to kind of go off of. Give me just a second. Because of today being an especially special day with a new launch of a program, this is what I sent to people I have already talked to, already invited. Even if they've responded and the answer was no 2 weeks ago, I sent this out. On the first day, I've sent 2 share carts. I'm not saying that's huge, but for me it is. I mean, my goal is just like Rachel's, Success Club 5 the 5th, 10 on the 10th. You send out as many invites as you possibly can until you hit that. The other one, let me see if I can get it. It's very simple. Basically, I just say, thank you so much for your follow. I don't know if you're interested in my virtual boot camp or if you're just being a really supportive friend, but either way, I appreciate it. I would love to work with you. I would love to work together on our health and fitness goals. That's what I send them. So, Rachel, if you want to put on just a few seconds of music or something for people to create their scripts. And also, I will say, if you've never used the simple text, I don't know if that's what it's called on Instagram, there's a plus arrow when you get ready to send a message. If you want, here's a hack. Copy and paste one message, do the simple text for the other message. So you're not copying and pasting different messages all the time. Okay?
We were staying in Paris to get away from your parents, and I thought, wow, if I could take this in a shot right now, I don't think that we could work this out on the terrace. I thought, could I let you fall by yourself? Well, I'm wasted with someone else. Here we go down, then we go down together. Let's say we do anything or say I was clever. Here we go down, then we go down together. We'll get away with everything that shows that we are better. Let's show them we are better. Let's show them we are better. We're staying in Paris to get away from your parents. And we're so proud, standing there with the phone and a cigarette, posting pictures of yourself on the internet, on the terrace. Breathing the air out this small town, all around cutting with the thrill of it, getting drunk on the past we were living in.
All right, everybody got their script done? Let's move on. So you're going to invite from 3 different places. And yes, I do this every day. I actually have a board in my kitchen that keeps track of one of them, and I'll share that with you here in a minute. I invite from my stories, and I'll tell you where I invite from. You should be doing this. Sorry, the sun's coming through my windows. I invite from the last workout part of my stories. And the reason I do that is those are the people that are watching my whole workout. So if you start from your workout, the beginning of that, and then you get to the end, you're going to see the number go down. The people that are watching it all the way through, they're interested. I guarantee you. They might not say yes right away. They might not say yes this year, but they're watching you. And I guarantee you, you will see those names pop up every single day. Invite those people. Invite the people who liked, commented on your social media post. If you are using IGTV, you go there, you invite the people who liked that. Remember, you have 2 scripts to use. Your IGTV are going to be not usually your followers. I found that out. So use your new follower script. And the last one is the alphabet method. I do at least 1 letter a day, and that's what I keep on my board. As soon as I finish a letter, I finished K today, I go to the next letter. I start from Z and I move forward, backward, whatever. You guys, like, you literally, the alphabet method obviously depends on the letter and your followers or their names, but it takes me a while to invite all those people, but not with the scripts. That's why I had you make the scripts first. So we're gonna play what, Rachel? How long do you wanna go for invites?
You just said 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you decide.
Whatever, but I personally go until that letter's done, so I'm just gonna put that tip in here. If you don't have time and you're going literally within an hour a day, you work, but you better keep track of where you've left off within that letter. Okay, because you're gonna see you've had people fall through the cracks that you haven't even talked to, and they've been following you for a long time. So that's fine. 5 to 10 minutes is fine.
Dime cómo le explico a mi destino que ya no estás ahí. Dime cómo haré para desprenderme de este frenesí. Esta locura que siento por ti, esta química que haces en mí. Y ya no puedo ver, ya no puedo ver. Tiene disculpa, yo no lo quise hacer. Sé que en el amor cuando es real, esto te devuelve. Pero cómo olvidar tu piel y cómo olvidar de tu piel. Ya no puedo ver, ya no puedo ver. Baby, no, baby, no. Me faltan los últimos besos, sigue faltando. Para que la próxima vez te lo deje haciéndolo. Pero así, así, así. Así, así, así como te gusta, baby. singing like she came down from the ceiling when she walked in here this evening. I thought that girl said really got everyone in feeling like this.
You can move on to your next tip, Chelsea.
Perfect. Okay. I'm lost here. All right. So we're going to move on to adding new people. And I think this is probably one of the biggest struggles as a newer coach, that we feel awkward adding people that we don't quote know, I guess, off of social media. But you guys, like, we've totally moved past that in the social media world, and that no longer needs to be a fear, because it's actually really cool to see the people that you meet. And I'm going to share a little story about today, because let's just say this happens to everybody. But how you're going to add people is you should be using hashtags. You should be using hashtags in your stories. You should be using hashtags in your posts. And if I'm going to reference that call again, the call I linked earlier, we were talking about the hashtags that we use. They need to relate to the picture or what you're showing, right? If I don't have a picture of my kids, I'm not going to be hashtagging farm kids, right? Even though I have farm kids, if the picture doesn't have farm kids in it, I'm not going to hashtag that. Okay, so you're going to be hashtagging things that relate to the photo, the social media post, the story that you're actually doing. So you're going to go to those hashtags that you used yesterday, and you're going to click on them, and you're going to add, I try to add like 3 to 5 people from each hashtag. So that's like, that way it doesn't look like I'm overwhelming the hashtag. Like, I'm not just going through there and being like, follow, 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 right? Like, I'm actually looking for specific people. And you're going to find that a lot of coaches are hashtagging things that, like farm kids, a lot of coaches are hashtagging that there's no kids in their picture. Like, you're going to be able to tell if they're already coaches or whatever they're doing. But find people that are genuine in there, that look like your type of people, and you're going to invite them. But I want to share a little story really quick today. I sent out a bunch of invites just like you guys just did. And I had 2 people. One responded to me and was like, I'm a carnivore, or I don't know, something like crazy. And I was like, girl, like, I'm all for, like, this is my response. I just wanted to share this with you because I've come to the conclusion that if people are hateful towards you after you invite them, after they're following your page, for one, that's just crazy. But 2, there's something wrong in their personal life that they feel like they need to take that out on you. It is not you, okay? So how I respond to that is, girl, usually they come back with what they're doing works for them, okay? You just say, girl, I'm so glad that you have found something that works for you. That's all I'm trying to do, is help others find what works for them and sharing what works with me. That's all you have to do. If you want to block them afterwards, do it, but like, don't take it to heart. Just move on. So go to those hashtags and invite for another 5 minutes, Rachel. Add new people, not invite.
She fell right out the sky. Yeah, I think I've seen the light. Every kiss I could die. It's like the heavens open wide. Man, I swear I've seen the light. I'm at a party I don't wanna be at, and I don't ever wear a suit and tie. Wondering if I can sneak out the back. Nobody's even looking me in my eye. Can you take my hand, finish my drink, say, shall we dance? Hell yeah. You know I love you, did I ever tell you? We make it better like that. Don't think I fit in at this party. Everyone's got so much to say. Yeah. I always feel like I'm nobody. Who wants to fit in? 'Cause I don't care when I'm with my baby. Yeah. All the bad things disappear. You're making me feel like maybe I am somebody. I can deal with bad times when I'm with my baby. Yeah. 'Cause I don't care as long as you just hold me. You can take me anywhere. You're making me feel like I'm loved by somebody. I can deal with the bad times when I'm with my baby. Yeah. We at a party we don't wanna be at. Trying to tell me we can hear ourselves. She lives around and kissing like that. But all these people all around. We can't believe it's dying. So it's there, it's supposed to be more. I'm crazy because I really don't mind. Maybe it's better like that. Don't think we fit in at this party. Everyone's got so much to say. Oh yeah. Let me look in and sorry. Now I think that you just stay. 'Cause I don't care when I'm with my baby. Yeah. All the bad things disappear. You make me feel like maybe I am somebody. I can deal with the bad times when I'm with my baby. Yeah. Yeah. 'Cause I don't care as long as you just hold me. You can take me anywhere. You make me feel like I'm loved by somebody. I can deal with the bad times when I'm with my baby. Yeah.
All right. Okay. I forgot to say on invites, and this is very important. If you're running a challenge group and you have challengers of your own, for one, you need to be focused in on getting your challengers results. I know you can't do the work for them, but you need to show consistency yourself and really show them, how to get results, and then they'll follow, okay? So once your challengers start getting results, I tell my girls within that next month, right, a month has gone by, they're getting ready to maybe get their Shakeology again, etc. That's when the coaching opportunity needs to come into play. Whether it's the discount, whether it's working, whatever, I know that I have a girl right now crushing it. And I sent Rachel a message the other day, and it just so happened I invited her. I was scared to invite her. I invited her, and she responded with, actually, I might be interested. My personal trainer just quit. Like, she's already a challenger of mine, and now she's thinking about working the business because she's had a personal trainer for over a year, and in 4 weeks got better results. So don't be afraid to invite those people that you think, oh, she's in shape because she goes to the gym. Don't be afraid to invite those people. Rachel was a gym rat. She could tell you, like, you guys don't let that turn you off. Okay. So also be inviting to that coaching opportunity. The best place to start is with those challengers that are getting results. Okay. Okay. We've added new people from the hashtags, follow-ups. So I will be completely transparent here and say I do not follow up every single day. For one, I just started coaching less than 3 months ago, so my follow-up list isn't as huge as some people's, but also I just choose specific days that I know I'm going to have more time to follow up with my people. I always follow up with my challengers every single Tuesday because one of my must-haves is a transformation picture. So they know that they are to check their inbox Tuesday and they are to reply with their after pictures. And here is what I do. And I couldn't believe one of my challengers told me that a coach of hers made her make her own collage of her before and afters. And I was like, I'll do that for you. All I recommend is you send me the picture. Like, so I couldn't believe that was, but anyway, my point is you want to see them each week. And here's what I tell them. And I'm very upfront. You guys should know that about me right now, if you haven't already figured it out. I tell them, if I see no change physically, or I see a change in the wrong direction, you will be hearing from me and me asking you 2 questions. Are you eating according to your nutrition plan? Are you eating all of your food? And are you staying consistent with your workouts? And if they say yes to all of those, then we dive in and we say, okay, what needs to change as far as if this isn't quite working, do we need to up you up a bracket, etc. But if they are honest with themselves, which that's what it takes, they will tell me, this has been a sucky week. I've ate my emotions. Okay, well, we know that doesn't work, right? Because look at your pictures. So let's change this week around. Let's get you some results. And there is nothing more motivating than somebody standing in front of camera and not liking what they see and wanting to change it each week. I know we've all been there because we are here coaching people, and there's a reason we're here. Okay? So make your customers and your coaches take those pictures and get them in your hands and make them before and afters. I always keep their before picture. Each week when they send me an after, I put it side by side. I don't put it side by side the last week. I put it side by side their first picture because it's easy not to see the change in 1 week. But when they see that dramatic change from 3 weeks to 4 weeks to 5 weeks, and they start comparing that, it's life-changing. I get so excited for Tuesdays now because I get to see what I've done as a coach and changed people's lives through that. So that is probably my number 1 tip as a coach is say, get people results and show them that they're getting results. They're not going to see it every day, do you? Right? So follow up. Only people I make sure I follow up with consistently on the same day is my discount coaches and my customers. And that's how I do it. If you guys want to do your follow-ups now, that's great. If you'd rather move on, that's fine. The next step is also to respond to your coaches and customers. So I kind of, like I said, I do that all together. So Rachel, that's up to you if you want to play music or not. I only have 1 more left. So if you want me just to go on with that, we can.
Yeah, go ahead. Just go ahead.
The last thing is, and you guys should be marking these off on this, by the way. Okay. The last thing is to respond to all new likes, comments, and views. And why I put this at the very end is because, simply put, traction. Don't respond to yesterday's likes, comments, and views until the very end after you've posted that social media post right earlier. You don't want to respond to yesterday's stuff until after you've already posted your social media post for the day. Let that sit there. Then you're going to go back to yesterday's at the very end and you're going to respond to those because you're going to bring back traction to yesterday's post. Does everybody follow? Oh, Hattie, hi. Does everybody follow why I'm telling you that? Do you understand that obviously comments get traction to your post? So you've already posted a social media post at the beginning of the Power Hour, right? So that's getting you traction because you've posted. So now you're going to wait to the end of your Power Hour to go back to your old post and bring you traction back to your page again if people have commented, liked, etc. So I think I went through views too. Cynthia explained. Sorry, I just seen that.
I think she means like on stories.
Like what? Respond, you mean? Like how do you respond on stories? Well, stories go away in 24 hours, so you better figure out when you're responding. You guys, this is very, if anything's going to keep you on track to inviting issues, your stories go away within 24 hours. Don't have your power hour in the morning one day and then have your power hour in the evening the next, because you're not going to hit your stories. So pick a time during the day and keep it as consistent as you can. I understand things change around. I understand that. But if they were only viewing it, do you say something? Yeah, I invite those people that view. Go back to your workout clip. You mean, do I follow up with those people? Is that what she's asking? Exactly, Morgan. Okay, do I follow up with the people that view my stories? Yes. That's why I had you create 2 scripts. I don't do it every single day. Like, you guys, common sense comes into play. And I'm not saying this to you, Cynthia. I'm just saying in general, like, if you've talked to them yesterday, like, don't send them an automatic, like, day to day to day to day to day to day. That gets annoying. They're going to think you have nothing else to do. But I tell my girls, at the least amount a week. I usually do 2 weeks. That's talking to them twice a month. I'm open for questions right now. If you have any, I am going to link. Sure. Sorry. I heard on other calls to re-invite if ghosted about once per month. Yeah. There's nothing wrong. You guys, like, I'm on here just sharing what works for me. Rachel and I and all the other team members that hop on these calls, we all work our business differently. And that's why we have different people speak. It's because you need different views. Because what works for Rachel might not work for you. What works for me might not work for you. That's why we all have different ways of doing this. Here is my whole entire, what I just told you, from top to bottom. I typed it all out. If they've ghosted me and still are liking my photos, watching my stories, you measure. That's exactly right, Candace. And do not let them make you feel like you have no right to talk to them. That is probably the biggest pet peeve I have. You guys, it's your page. Don't let them think, like, I sent this to Rachel. She probably hasn't seen it yet. I did a whole minute story today, and I had to, like, go back because I was in a PO mood. Like, I was pissed off at this one person. And the whole thing on how I'm like, do not come on my page and make me feel guilty about trying to have a conversation with you. And do not respond to my comment by, bye, see ya. Like, you're doing me a favor by unfollowing me. Like, please get off my page. Like, if you're like that, you are not like me. And I don't want you on there anyway. So count it as a blessing when those people don't want to be on your page anymore. My number, since doing this alphabet method, just a fair warning, my followers have gone down tremendously. I am excited. That means I'm narrowing down the people that actually want to be there. So what? You don't want to follow me because I've invited you 2 times? Then why the heck are you following me anyways? This is why we do these team calls. You guys, you are not alone in feeling this way at all. Oh, thanks, Tiffany. Thank you, everybody. Then you get to serve who actually wants to be served. Exactly. I have 5 girls that never reply but love all my posts. I know, Candace, I know. Same. I do every once in a while. You guys, if you want to get on your stories, you can totally do this. I've seen Rachel do this a little bit when she's like she kind of calls out the ghosts, right? Like people that have ghosted her. And it's really kind of funny because I don't know if you guys are this way, but usually the people that are ghosting me are actually my warm market people. They're people that are just like, oh, I knew her from high school. I'm going to follow and see what she's doing. But there's no way I would be caught dead joining her because I don't want people to think I'm going to join her. Like, okay. come watch me when I'm a 15-star and wish you would have, right? Like, so what? I enjoy it. Those people actually drive me because they are not going to see me fail. They're not going to see me fail at the business, and they sure as heck ain't going to see me fail on my fitness journey. Use it as accountability. Show up daily. Show those people what they're missing. So, anybody have any more questions before we call it a night? I've got kids that are excited to play in their pool because it's finally cool enough. Everybody good? All right. Well, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to personally message me or Rachel. We are here to help. Everybody on this team is here to help each other. So thank you all for taking time to listen to me and follow along. I appreciate it.
Chelsea, thank you so much for taking your time, as it's different to be a participant than it is to be the speaker. So I appreciate you sharing your wealth of knowledge and what works for you in the business. This has been invaluable, and I took so much away from this, and I know based on the chat, everybody else did too. And so get after it, guys. Go crush it. And that's what I have for you guys. Have a great night.